I'm Bill Miltonberger from Temecula, California. I've been a resident here for over 25 years, and I'm in real estate.
I'm Lisa Miltonberger. We've lived here in Temecula for just about 20 years. My children are 18 and 19 right now. We have a house full of dogs and cats and friends and boyfriends and girlfriends.
Well, essentially, it's a cancer of the blood or the bone marrow, and it affects the way your stem cells grow. The stem cells are the ones that grow from the stem cell into the platelets and the white cells and the red cells and the rest of the stuff that builds your blood, and it mutates those. And so they don't form the white cells or red cells or anything else. So you become anemic, you become subject to infections, and then on top of that, the mutations affect the bone and start eating the bone. And so you get bone anomalies, tumors in the bones, and a lot of bone pain, and on and on and on and on. So, and there's no cure for it. It's very, very similar in a lot of aspects to leukemia. In the difficulty to fight and that type of thing. And there are some anomalies that once it goes through the system and some of the treatments are similar to what they do for breast cancer. Right now it's incurable, so we just live with it. Anytime you go through any of the chemo programs, they kind of wear you out because they're essentially killing your cells. And this one is kind of targeted more toward the myeloma cells than the rest of it, so it didn't beat me up quite as bad as some of the previous chemo treatments and stuff like that. But the only thing that we could see is that maybe it kept the myeloma kind of at bay, but it didn't have any effect in reducing the levels, and of course the cost of it is extreme. And so going through that adds to the to the fatigue factor, and you start to get a little spacey, and you can't think real clear, and other things there. And then over the years, I went through a stem cell transplant in 2001. We were diagnosed in 2000, and I was clean for 5 years. But during those 5 years, we were on different types of steroids, and that was part and parcel of some of the muscle problems, and part of the reason that the arthritis and different joint problems and bone pain and that type of thing were cropping up is all part and parcel of that, from my understanding, and then skin anomalies and that type of thing. Just beat the body to hell, and so going with the ViPac, there's something in it that's helped rebuild me, and as far as my body goes, because it just, my skin's clearing up, and some of the anomalies that were caused from the steroids and stuff like that, they're slowly disappearing, and so getting off this chemo, if I can stay off the chemo, then it's well worth the cost for the ViPac. I mean, that's negligible compared to what the chemo stuff is. You're looking at about $10,000 of treatment for that stuff. So.
Some days he couldn't even get off the sofa, and this was after the chemo. Often, when he had a bad day, he was just down for the day. There was no question about working. And slowly I could see to where, he was going from being down all day to just taking a nap, and to actually getting up and getting some things done, and feeling like he could go out there and work again. It's quite dramatic.
For me, it's a huge weight off my shoulders, because it means, again, that I don't have to start another regimen and maybe get knocked out again, because the treatment is thalidomide and Decadron, and both of them are just butt kickers. Yeah. So.
And now he's in the garage working on computers, or he's outside working, in the lawn. It's nice to know that he's poking around doing things, and that I don't have to be quiet because he needs his rest when he's sleeping.